Yeah, just kind of talk about where you are right now. Of course, you came in the year, everybody had, saw what you did in high school. Everyone made some big catches in the All-Star game. How do you think your game is, I guess, seems to transcend it to the point is right now because you are playing some very good ball?
Yeah, just coming in, just wanting to work, get better at everything. And Coach Lilly and other guys in my room, they're just trying to make the best of what I have to offer. That's pretty much all I can say about it.
What do you think you offer?
I guess a good little balance of being able to, go run routes and then also being able to block a good little bit. So I don't know. I'm just trying to fit the role of whatever they need me to do for the week.
How tough had the in-line blocking been? Is that something you're, I guess, obviously continuing to work on? How's that going for you so far?
Just getting the fundamentals was the hardest part, but I feel like most of the time if I take my right steps and I put my hat where I need to put it in my hands, it usually just happens.
Transition from high school to college, what's been the bigger challenge? The mental part or the physical part?
Definitely the mental part because, obviously, your mind controls your body and all that, but just getting used to not having free time and, not having the relaxed schedule and just adjusting to the season of work that I'm in my life. That's been the hardest part.
Are you, clearly you're making the transition on the field. Are you making it off the field? Are you pretty comfortable with college life?
Yeah, it is what it is. They limit our time here, so anytime, I do have free time, I try to make the most of it. Just try to find something fun to do, whether that's, going to the river, checking out and hanging around with some of the guys. But it's been good, and then the classroom part, that's been good too. I owe a lot to my teachers at Charlotte Christian for that, so everything's just kind of working its way out.
Are you pleasantly surprised at your ability to make the adjustment, because you never really know until you get here, right?
Yeah, I guess I would say surprised. Thankful is more of a word I would say. I didn't really know what to expect, but coming into this thing, especially during camp, I just said, I'm just going to give full effort and see what God wants to do with me.
Was the whole Georgia deal, were you attracted to the legacy of tight ends here, or what ultimately drew you to Georgia?
Yeah, the legacy part was a really cool factor, but I found that out and sort of researched it more after I committed here. I jumped on board because of what they have going on right now, because of Coach Lilly, Coach Richt, and the team that they're putting together, and I just fell in love with Athens and everything about it. And at the end of the day, I just felt like it's where God wanted me to be.
So it wasn't until after the fact that you look up names like Leonard Pope and
exactly. It wasn't until I actually committed here that I started researching all that.
What was your reaction when you started learning all that?
It's like, well, this makes a lot of sense. This is pretty cool. Yeah, the closer I got to moving in here, the more I realized that this is the place where God would have an open door for me. It was just more comforting to know that the closer I got to moving in, the more it felt like this was the place I'm supposed to be.